We do have our very own Jalissa Garza live out there at Three Rivers.
Okay, Jalissa, what do the conditions look like right now?
Well, right here, we're right near Nueces River and underneath one of the bridges, I believe, on 59. But take a look. I think you can kind of see the rain has calmed down since earlier. I did post a video on my Facebook at Jalissa Garza TV for those viewers who do want to see when that rain was pouring down heavily. It's calmed down a little bit, but I want to talk about why all of our eyes are on the Nueces River. We know that there was a prediction that it was going to crest, and it did just over 37 feet. So that's it's reaching its highest level. And the last time we saw the river reach over 37 feet was back in 2015, and the highest that it has ever reached is 49 feet. So the good news was that it was going down, but of course there were concerns with potential rainfall because the river could take on more water from runoff. And as we can see, that potential rainfall has made its way to Live Oak County, and the Live Oak County Office of Emergency Management says the water is still moving swift enough to carry away small crafts. So they're encouraging residents to not use small crafts. Of course, please be careful when you're driving on the road, especially if you live in this area where we're standing. It's a lot of muddy conditions, a lot of that runoff water. But I know, as we were talking about that potential rainfall, sorry, a bug got in front of my face. We're talking about that potential rainfall, and it's here this morning. And I know Carly has a little bit more on what that means for the Live Oak County community and, of course, the Nueces River. So I'm going to go ahead and toss it to Carly. Carly?
Yeah, Jalissa, right now we are seeing some flood warnings across our watershed where water from these streams may flow into both the Frio River and the Nueces River. That could lead to more river flooding potentially later on down the road. A concern that we have right now is for flash flooding, which will show up as this red box. Right now, most of the flood concerns are north of our viewing area of the KIII region. However, we're starting to see more rainfall into Live Oak County, like Jalissa mentioned, and so that could lead to the potential for flash flooding. This area right through here, so McMullen County, Live Oak County, B County, and potentially into Refugio County, where we're starting to see some storms popping up. This is where there's going to be a concern for flash flooding through the morning. So you definitely want to give yourself some extra time heading out the door so you can take it slow, turn around if you need to, if there's excessive water on the roadways, because we always suggest to turn around and don't drown, because water can quickly cause conditions to become very dangerous in cars. Here's a closer look where we are dealing with some lightning strikes in the area. That is going to be right there along 72. Driving conditions along 37 could have some slick spots, so use caution. Hydroplaning is definitely not something you want to wind up doing. Overall, 4.2 inches over the last 12 hours in portions of our watershed, as well as 1.1 inches and even into Live Oak County. We're getting in on some of that rain. Now, additionally, the watershed has picked up 7 inches in spots, and the whole region has picked up at least an inch for the most part, and so all of this water is going to be heading into our rivers, and so keeping an eye on those river levels will be something we'll continue to do. It's slow to get there, so it may be a week or so before we see any of those major impacts, but streams could see that even sooner. Barbie, John Thomas.